What's going on, world? Welcome back to Channel 3.4. Of course, this is an episode of Music Felt by me. Let's get right into this. Eminem, Benzino. This feels like a throwback from way back in the day. I have heard these. I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts on each song. So we're going to start off with Eminem's Doomsday Part 2 off the Cole Bennett Lyrical Lemonade album. Obviously, all the links are down below. You want to become a Patreon member, you can request a song, and I'll do a reaction to it. So head on over there. I'm actually going to be lowering that, so any tier can request a song. So even for $1 a month, you can get a guaranteed reaction. So head on over to Patreon and go check that out. Let's get right into this. Eminem, Doomsday Part 2. Let's go.
Yeah, a little under the weather. Fuck it. Yeah. All right, here we go. First,
So first off, you can really hear he does sound sick. He really kind of got that really like laid back, caught up back here type thing. Yeah, wow. I wonder when he recorded this.
A little under the weather. Fuck it. Yeah. All right, here we go. First I'm a shredder, burst like I had a personal vendetta. Words come together like birds of a feather. Till I need a walker like Herschel. I'm better than all of you fucking little twists put together. But
sheesh. Okay, so first I'm a shredder, verse like I had a personal vendetta. Words come together like birds of a feather. Till I need a walker like Herschel. I'm better. Right. So what was it, V for Vendetta? Right, with there's some sort of like sword or something like that. I don't know. I thought there was some like cutting theme around V for Vendetta. I could be wrong about that, but first I'm a shredder, verse like I had a personal vendetta. So V, some people call their verses V's, right? So you do like V Vendetta, that might be there, I'm not sure, it could be reaching. Words come together like birds of a feather. Till I need a walker like Herschel. I'm better. Herschel Walker, real piece of shit guy, Herschel Walker. But also Herschel from The Walking Dead, wasn't he hoarding walkers? If I remember, that was years ago, but I could be reaching a lot of this. I don't know.
First like I had a personal vendetta. Words come together like birds of a feather. Till I need a walker like Herschel. I'm better than all of you fucking little twists put together. But I'm not trying to be controversial. I'd rather talk about shit with the purpose that matters. Like who had the second best verse on Forever.
So, okay, you didn't need to do that. Unnecessary, at best. I'm one of those guys that says I would like to hear him rap with purpose. You know, I did the video, the short, talking about he raps more from his brain than he does from his heart right now, and I think that's where the disconnect happens. Songs like Darkness, his verse on Lace It, which I didn't do a reaction to, but it's really good. It's poignant, it's targeted, it's topical, it's like important. I feel like it's important art. So here he kind of mocks it, says, I'd rather do shit with a purpose that matters, like who had the second best verse on Forever. So basically he's still saying all the shit that matters to him is just rapping, still talking about rap. That's funny. That's a nice little way to take a dig at the people who say, like, rap about shit that matters, your content matters things, which is like partially me too. So I'm there. I'll acknowledge that.
Now I got a riddle. One condition, you mustn't laugh. Okay. What is the opposite of Benzino? What? A giraffe. Go with his neck. How the fuck is that?
Now, what's real funny about this, I don't know how many people know this, but he did an interview, I want to say it was for Not Afraid, where they asked him, well, what are you afraid of? And he said giraffes, their necks freak him out. So I got a riddle, one condition, you mustn't laugh. What's the opposite of Benzino? A giraffe. If a giraffe is what he's scared of, the opposite of a giraffe would be Benzino, who he's not scared of. So there's a nice little layer on that. And then, of course, the Benzino, the no neck thing, I'm getting there myself personally. But, yeah, very funny, kind of playing on the idea that he has no neck. So.
How the fuck is that? How can I go with something he doesn't have? Arms so short he can't even touch his hands when they're above his head doing jumping jacks. Wow.
Jesus, go with his neck. How the fuck is that? How can I go with something he doesn't have, right? The no neck having. His arms so short you can't even touch his hands when they're above his head doing jumping jacks. Oh, God. That's crazy.
I don't mean to upset you, Ben. When I talk about all the debt you in, I hear that you've been creeping on the low in them cheap hotels that they catch you in. Jesus Christ, dog, when you said you 10, never guessed you meant at the Red Roof Inn, in a room with one single bed, two men. Shady man, you can. Yes, you can. Well, I guess then I.
So I guess one of those, if you know, Benzino got himself police escorted, if not arrested, for he was overstaying his checkout time at the Red Roof Inn, and the 210 thing. I'm not sure. I know that I've seen that people said that there's a photo of him like being walked out from the room, and it says like 204 on the door on like one that they're passing by, so you could imply that maybe he was at room 210. Also, I always kind of took I've taken Jesus Christ, I didn't know that when you said 210 that you meant at the Red Roof Inn or whatever. I always kind of took that as like the bully that's like, meet me at 210, I'm fighting in the schoolyard. That's kind of how I interpreted it. And I want to say Benzino even kind of went that route before, like he would beat him up after, like he's the kind of guy that he would beat up after school or something. But it's been such a long time, I could be misremembering that. So yeah, but that's crazy. He's implying. And then when Benzino was escorted out, he was told, oh, there's a guy in the shower or whatever that he was staying with. And then when he got out, he said, if we were a white couple, you wouldn't be treating us like this. And the idea of like, well, who the fuck mentioned couple? You know what I mean? Like, not if we were white, you wouldn't be, but it just seemed like maybe an omission or whatever. But yeah, so he's kind of playing on the never guessed you meant at the Red Roof Inn, in a room, one single bed, two men.
Spoil a day, but this doesn't bring me no joy to say. Guess that coiler rate beats in the toilet, eh? God, yeah. Damage due to flows, collateral, I suppose.
So yeah, Coyle Ray said on Matt Hoffa's podcast that she respects M, loves 8 Mile, and isn't like opposed to working with him, but would have to say no unless she had the blessing of her father. I guess it's kind of like I'm paraphrasing, but the idea that well, after this, that Coyle Ray feature is down the toilet, eh? Like there's no way he's going to give you his blessing now. So that was pretty
One of those, you'll catch a stray like animal control. Plan a funeral, I'ma probably have to plan a funeral. Logical exams, once again, it is often.
Jeez. This little, I mean, I know it's the very staccato, that like it's very scattered, but it's cohesive. And that damage due to flows, collateral, I suppose, gap pointed like mine and Sandra Bullock's nose. Yeah, them bullet holes, have you full of those. You'll catch a stray like animal control. Plan a funeral, I'ma probably have to plan a funeral. Logical exams. So plan a funeurological exams. Like how he played on those syllables there. Sandra Bullock caught the stray that he then referenced very quickly after, foreshadowed that you'll catch a stray like animal control. But also the bullet hole scheme. Again, the thing I like that M does is he does a lot of gun bars, but it's mostly while using himself as a metaphor for a weapon, right? Like he does a lot of gun talk, but he typically prefaces it with something like damage due to flows. Right, so he's saying like he is the gun. When he starts shooting, it's with his flows, with his words, with his punchlines, whatever, with his raps. So that is creative though.
That damn padded room I go right toward the asylum at a psych ward because I strangled you with a mic cord because my fucking mind's more than I'm on my Pegasus, my high horse and I'm flying. Bitch, I soar like a sty. You probably feel like you're gonna die because you're.
I soar like a sty. Yeah, okay. And I was like, I soar because he's up on his high horse, his Pegasus. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like that delivery. I'm not keen on it for too long, but I think I don't know. It's just kind of like his signature thing now. It works for him, but it's not the easiest on the ears like that. Right toward the asylum or the psych ward because I strangled you with a mic cord. It's like he does a lot of chopping up there.
Like a sty, you probably feel like
stupid.
You're gonna
so
die because you're in my morgue and you're tied up like a tight score, and that's why I'm back with Cole Bennett and I'm
because you're in my morgue and you're tied up like a tight score. So it's like the game's tied. It's 75-75 with a minute left. We've got a tight score on our hands here. Yeah, okay. You're tied up like a tight score. Interesting.
Cause you're in my morgue and you're tied up like a tight score, and that's why I'm back with Cole J. Cole, Bennett, it's aftermath that I ride for until I die.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's, you know, Benzino did a lot of his press run around and doing interviews and podcasts, and it seems like M is always brought up, and it's not, I don't think I've ever heard him once say like, I don't want to talk about it. You know, it's like, I think he loves to talk about it, and he keeps Eminem's name, you know, as part of his vernacular very often. I think that probably just irritated M. I think when you go back and look at like historically how M has handled people that use his name through the media, like Nick Cannon. Before Lord Above, Nick Cannon did the interview with like T.I., and he was saying, oh yeah, I went to Detroit and I was going to beat his ass. I was going to beat him up. And T.I. was like, I don't know though. I don't know about that. That seemed like new information. It's not just the fact that Nick Cannon don't like Eminem, but the idea that, oh, you actually came to Detroit and you were going to fight me? Interesting. So that's when he does that, talking about, I almost got my caboose kicked. Fool, quit. You ain't going to do shit. It's like he's responding to new information or new examples of conversation that he's a part of that he probably like thought he was kind of past at this point. Benzino, like I said, did a lot of interviews last year, kind of on and off the Eminem. He was gonna fucking find more dirt on him, and then he was like, nah, actually I want to have a conversation with him, we're cool, everything's good. Then it's like, actually not, like, fuck him, whatever. So I think it's just going back and forth a lot. I think M just felt kind of like, you know, I'm gonna give him a little something. I'm surprised by how much he went in on Benzino though. Like, if he did what's the opposite of Benzino? A giraffe, go with his neck. How the fuck is that? How can I go with something that he doesn't have, and left it there? It would have felt kind of like more like an Eminem thing, where he just gave him a couple. I hear you, I see you, you're not much. I can't even go at your neck because you don't have one, right? But then he kind of continued on with the debt you're in, at the Red Roof Inn, all this stuff. So I'm surprised it kind of went that far into the Benzino thing. Now, Benzino has responded. This video has taken longer than I thought, so I'm actually going to do a separate video. I was going to just do them both because they're both kind of short, but be on the lookout for that. Second video coming up, Benzino's response, and you'll be on the lookout for it. All right, so subscribe to the channel, like this video, and you know, comment, let me know down below, what do you think of the beef so far? What's your favorite bar from this? What are your thoughts? And that's gonna do it for me. Everyone be safe, be real, don't forget to pursue your own happiness, and shit, I will catch y'all on the next one.